At first, I was ashamed of like, okay, I'm a producer, but I'm making, beats for all the guys that's rapping. They rapping about, a whole bunch of stuff. They rapping about drugs, they rapping about robbing people, they talking about all type of stuff. And I'm a musician at the church. So I was scared to even let the pastor know, like, this the type of music that I'm doing. Then one day, he gets up in the pulpit before he preached, and he pulls out the Juiceman CD, This Is Hard to Kill. And I executive produced it. And he pulled it out and say, we just want to say we proud of our musician, Zaytoven. He just executive produced this album right here. And he wasn't promoting to go listen to it or nothing like that. He was just showing how proud he was of me for doing something like that. And I know, I was ashamed, like, dang, why would you do that? Like, don't do that. Like, don't say, you know what I mean? But he was proud, and it taught me that, I shouldn't be ashamed of what I'm doing. I feel like I'm put in this position for a reason. I'm put around the guys that kill somebody or rob somebody or do certain things for a reason, because my character is different. How you gonna influence somebody? Where these guys gonna get their influence if they don't see somebody, personally doing something different? I was a new guy that came from California, and I had a little studio set up in my mom's, my mom and dad's house. And it was really for me, my little brother, my cousin, all my friends around the neighborhood, just to rap and have fun, doing it. I have been a church musician my whole life. I had got paid from doing that. I got paid for playing at weddings. I started making $500 on the side doing beats, $200 here, $300 there. That was just extra money. I had it in my mind that I would be a barber and a musician for the rest of my life. I started going to barber college, because I was cutting hair, so I said, let me go get my license. Some of the guys from the barbershop would be coming over. They like to rap. I had a studio. Let's go over to my Zay house and rap. It was a guy that used to come over all the time. He brought Gucci over one day. And mind you, this is not Gucci. This is not the rapper Gucci. This is, Radrick Davis. When he heard, like, yeah, man, I heard you the new guy. You making beats and you be recording. I got a little nephew, see if you can make a beat for him. I wrote him a song. The song was called Lil Buddy. And that's how our relationship started. Gucci would come over all the time, just like the rest of the guys would come over all the time. I just kept feeling like, dang, bro, you just sound like you got the gift. Then it turned to us just recording all the time, every day. And I felt like we were doing it for the fun of it. I mean, of course, it'd have been good to blow up and making music, but as long as I could go in my car and ride and listen to what we did, I was satisfied. We would go to this club called Club Libra, East Atlanta. It was Moreland Avenue. Real street, it's in the hood. We did a song called Let's Count This Money. We go to the flea market, get some shorts, t-shirt, spray it up and say, let's count this money, dollar signs all over, and go perform it at that club. So that was our highlight. Every week we go in there performing the new music that we doing. At first I was rapping. Now, if you go to the early Gucci stuff, like his early mixtapes, I was rapping on songs. But I wasn't never really just trying to be a rapper. I did it for the fun of it. Gucci thought I was hard, but I thought he was so hard at rapping, I was like, let me just stick to doing the music. Did Icy, yes sir. This was my first, big song. I got my barber license, I'm at the shop cutting hair. Gucci called me like, hey man, Young Jeezy want to do a song with us. I'm like, all right, cool, that's what, that's what we're gonna do, let's do it. I came home, made the beat, 5-10 minutes. He came up with the hook, like, all these girls excited. Soon as we get in the studio, it's time for us to record. Gucci just started bragging. This is Zaytoven, man, he the dopest producer in the world. He do this and that. He just started bragging about me so much. And it made me nervous, because I'm like, well, dang, bro, you ain't don't do all that. Because now when they listen to the music, they're gonna be expecting something to be just super great. And I didn't even feel like it was all that. So I played the music, and Jeezy was like, yeah, that's cool. You ain't got nothing else? You ain't got, you got another song we can do? But I was kind of offended, like, hold on, how you gonna tell us to change the song? You wanna do a song with us? I was like, nah, let's do the song that we came to do. By the end of the day, everybody in the studio had a pen and paper out trying to write them a verse to get on the song. Before you know it, at the peak hours of the club, they play the song and they turn the music off. Everybody's singing the song word for word. And I just remember just being in the corner, just watching, looking like, dang, they singing my song, like they singing my song. Like, they don't even know I produced it, but they singing a song that I produced. That's the greatest feeling in the world for me. I was in the studio with Sean Garrett. Sean Garrett is the guy that wrote the song. I never heard of Sean Garrett a day in my life, and I never thought about doing a song with Usher. Like, you know, I was in high school and they used to say, Zay, you look like Usher. Somebody else had to tell me that I had the #1 song in the country, because I wasn't paying attention to that. I didn't look at that like that. I looked at, okay, I got Gucci hot, I got OJ hot, I need to get another one of these rap artists hot. Usher, I felt like that's 1 in a million. That's never gonna happen again. I don't work with guys like that. That was luck. That's why I was still in the barbershop. They asked me like, what you doing? Why you still cutting hair? And it wasn't the money, because I made so much money off of the Usher that, you know, it blew my mind. Like my parents, nobody ever seen any of that type of money before. But me in my mind, I'm still feeling like it's a time limit to it. Like I'm a responsible person. I'm a routine person. Still play the organ every Sunday and Tuesday and every other program if the pastor got to go preach somewhere or something like that. I worked with Future from the beginning, on all his mixtapes. You know, the 1000, the Streets is Calling, the Dirty Sprite 1. Then when he had albums, I wasn't a part of neither one of his albums. And it wasn't an issue with me. You know, he went for a different sound. So I hadn't talked to Future maybe in 2 years. Like we haven't talked to each other, seen each other, nothing. And he came back and did Monster. I guess that's when he was back to try to prove like, hold on, I'm Future, I'm the hardest thing going. Then he came back to me and he said he wanted to do a full project with me. Mind you, Future never did a full project with nobody. So you saying you want to do only Zaytoven this whole project. To me that means you want the streets again. You want the streets to really be locked in to what you got going on. That was the first time I heard people riding around in their cars playing nothing but Beast Mode. My favorite body of work. For the first time, I got to choose each track that goes on the project. You know, usually when you make beats for somebody, they're like, oh, I like #2 and give me #9, you know. On this album, Future was saying, Zay, whatever beats you give me, don't matter what it is, whatever beats you choose for me to rap on, that's what we going with, that's what I'm gonna rap on. When he told me that, I went home and made the beat strictly for Beast Mode, and I just started playing a whole lot of pianos and a lot of chords. I was scared. I was like, Future was just starting to kind of get back hot. He wasn't hot like he was before. And I was like, man, I don't want this project to come out and then it be like, oh, that junk was whack or that wasn't good. So that's why I took, you know, as much effort to make those type of beats. And he made it, he rolled the beat so special. It's like, it made it like a work of art. It's so crazy how I rock with Migos, because I was working with this guy, this artist out of Atlanta by the name of Young LA. He come to my house one day and like, man, Zay, these young guys, I just heard them rapping on your beat, something called Bando, man, they going crazy. Let me go check it out. I went to YouTube, you know, trying to find it, and I see Quavo just rapping. I don't know if he was standing in like the living room with the ceiling fan going, just rapping Bando. And it's just slow and really unattractive. But as soon as I heard it and seen him, I was like, oh, he a superstar. The same thing what I seen with Gucci. Everybody else thought it was whack. Everybody like, you think he a star? And they just touched me. And I felt it so much that I would show everybody else in my house in the studio, like, hey man, come check out these dudes. What y'all think? Y'all think? And you know what they said? That ain't it. Like, that what you think? That ain't it. That definitely ain't it. I showed it to Gucci. Gucci like, oh boy, they hard. So you gotta go find them. So I was out, I went to the club with OJ. OJ had to perform one night. I'm walking in the VIP with Juice. The Migos walking out. And Quavo stepped on my foot. You know, it's dark in the club, you kind of push it. He was like, oh, my bad. He was like, oh, snap, you Zayto. I was like, oh, I've been looking for you. You know what I mean? I've been looking for you. So it's like we've been looking for each other. And they said, bro, anytime we record, we make the producer, whoever that's making the beats, tell them, make us some Zaytoven beats. That's all we want. And, you know, we started making songs from scratch. The first week of working with them, Versace came. But I didn't feel like it was just like, okay, this is a smash hit right now. I just felt like all the songs we was doing was hard. Coach K hit me, I was in jury duty, and I had to sneak out like, what's up, Coach? He was like, man, Drake jumping on Versace. I'm like, what, for real? Finally heard the song, and Drake said my name. I said, oh, I'm out of here. I'm just, to me, I felt like how I felt about Icy, that's how I felt about Versace. It's just brand new, it's that feeling all over again. I feel like it's motivational music / heart and soul music, you know. It has a heartbeat to it. If you listen to the music without nobody rapping on it, it still could touch you and make you feel a certain way. And I feel like the reason why I'm so special at that is because I play the organ at church. So my job is to set an atmosphere, to create a certain emotion or scene or something like that. So when I make beats, that's all I know. All I know is to make it have some type of feeling to it. And I think that's what trap is. The guys that's rapping, they might be talking about robbing, they might be talking about selling dope, whatever it is, but it's still something that somebody's going through. It's a lifestyle somebody living. So I think that's why they call me, I guess, the godfather of the trap or whatever, you know, whatever they call me.